Okay, 7.3 pretty much is all review. The way we're setting this up, we went over how to add them on Tuesday. We went over how to do the ones with subtraction on Wednesday. And again, today is just to kind of give you a chance to solidify your understanding of solving these two-step equations before we move forward next week. So let's take a look at all the problems you're going to see on your homework and on the quiz tomorrow. Again, just make sure you've got these down. Now, of course, you understand the color game, the multiplication thing, and all that stuff is going to be there, but this is the solving portions we're going to talk about. So the number that should be moved first, of course, is the bottom number, which is the 6. The top number goes next, which is the 9. And when you go to do this, just keep in mind, again, that's divided by 6. So the way we move that is by multiplying by 6. Again, we are going to do this long multiplication way, but the 6's go away. The 9 comes down with the n. 6 times 7 is 42, carry the 4. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 4 makes 16. From there, this is 9 times n, which means that I need to do divided by 9. I love it when my phone rings. So divided by 9 there, divided by 9 there. And again, n comes down with 162 divided by 9. And after that, we are looking at 9 goes into 16, looks like 1 time. 1 times 9 is 9. 16 minus 9 is 7. Bring down your 2. 9 goes into 72 8 times, which means that it would be 18. So with all that said and being done, all you got to do is just, again, make sure you understand how to do that. And I'm trying my best to make sure I keep using the long version of what's going on so you can kind of see, again, the process of the long multiplication, long division, because that's what you really need to be getting ready for. Practice it on occasion if you can, because it does help. So on the other ones that we see, it's the 10z plus 58 equals 118. The values with z are, of course, the 10, which is right next to it, and the 58, which is on the side, are being added. Remember that the added or subtracted value gets moved first, so 58 is first. The second value should be the 10. From there, remember again, the added or subtracted value goes first. If you want to move a plus 58, use a minus 58. 10z comes down, that goes away. 8 minus 8, 0. Can't do 1 minus 5, so you borrow, making that 11. 11 minus 5 is 6. This is 10 times z equals 60, so we divide by 10. Divide by 10. Z comes down with 60 divided by 10, obviously being 6. And again, that's all you're looking at. So, like I said, I think this should be a decently easy quiz for you as long as you've asked questions and did what you needed to do. Same thing here. What values are with z? Z is on this side, so we're talking about 12. And don't forget, you have to say negative 36. From there, what value should be moved first should be the negative 36. And the other one should be the 12. So how do you move the negative 36? Well, that's a minus 36, so we will put plus 36 and plus 36. 6 plus 2 makes 8. 7 plus 3 makes 11. Giving us 12z equals 118. No, that's 10. 7 plus 3 is 10. So 108. So looking at that, we have 12 times z making 108. In order to get rid of 12 times z, we divide by 12. Divide by 12. I don't think the long division is going to help us here because 12 doesn't go into 10. But here's what I would do. I would think to myself, 10 times 12 is 120. That means that 10 is too much, so it's got to be smaller than 10. The next number smaller than 10 is 9, and 9 times 2 ends in an 8. So what I would do real quick is just check 12 times 9, which is 108, which means that it would be 9 equals z. So that's just one of those weird ones, or like I said, use a calculator, do whatever you need to do, but that's just one of those weird ones. It doesn't pop up a lot, but you should be fine either way. Four f minus 38 equals 22. Again, what values are with f? 4 is one of them. Negative 38 is the second one. Remember that the added or subtracted value goes first. The multiplied value goes second, at least in this chapter. So here, if you want to move the minus 38, we're going to put plus 38 here, plus 38 there. 4f comes down. 2 plus 8 is 10, carry the 1. 3 plus 3 is 6. So 4f equals 60. Now we have to, if that's 4 times f, do divided by 4, divided by 4. 4 goes into 6 once. Remember, you multiply and subtract and then bring down the next number. 4 goes into 25 times perfectly, so F is 15. That's all. All right. Then one more before we wrap this thing up. 42 equals 11m plus 9. Again, the values with m are 11 and 9. The first value to move should be the added or subtracted value. The second value to be moved should be the number that is right next to it. How do we move a plus 9? Well, that is by subtracting 9 here, subtracting 9 there. I can't do 2 minus 9, so remember we borrow, turn that into 12. 12 minus 9 is 3. Bring down the other 3 because 3 is not doing anything. 11m comes down, 9's gone. 33 equals 11m, so from there we will just divide by 11, and I think you should be able to see what it is because 11 goes into 33 3 times to make what you need it to be. All right. So far you fit into one of 3 groups. You either have no clue what's going on, or you can find the correct answer but it takes a bit of time, or you're zipping through every question. So if you're part of these 2 groups where you can find the answer whether you're slow or fast, it's because you took time to practice your skill set. Do not stress if you take a bit of time to finish the question. You will naturally get better. Speed is not the key here. The key is that you have the process understood well enough to where you know what to do, and then eventually, if you know what to do and mostly when to do it, it means you will get there. Again, just give it some time, keep practicing. Don't try to cheat the process. There is no way to cheat the process. Doing math is like exercise. You do not lose 20 pounds over the course of a day. You do not go from, out of shape to a 6-pack in the course of a day. You've got to consistently practice. You've got to consistently push it. And math is the same way. So even if it's taking you some time to get to the answer, but you're still doing it the right way, eventually you will get faster. Eventually you'll be right where you need to be. If you're part of the first group where you have no clue, my suggestion is that you take a moment to revisit chapter 6. The only way to be lost in 2-step equations is typically because you don't really understand 1-step equations. The sooner you take those questions seriously, the sooner you'll be able to find your way through new problems. Just remember that all the problems are only going to get more complex as we move forward in the next 2 weeks. So get caught up soon. And again, be sure to ask questions if you have them. So I will talk to you later. Remember, your homework today has all the questions from your quiz. Just make sure you're asking questions and getting those done. But good luck. I'll talk to you later.